Welcome to section 1.4. Today we're going to be talking about intersections. So in geometry, figures intersect if they have any points in common. And the intersection of two or more figures is the point or points that the figures have in common. So for example, the first type of intersection we're going to look at is the intersection of two lines. So if two lines intersect, then their intersection is at a point. In this example, line S and line T intersect at point P. Notice that line S and line T are named with two lowercase script letters, and then we have point P, which is a capital P. So name the intersection of line AC and line BE. So here we have line AC, here we have line BE, and they intersect at point B. Make sure that you write a capital B since it's a point. B, name the intersection of line BE and line DF. So BE and line DF intersect at point E. Right here. And C, name the intersection of line AC and line DF. So those two lines actually do not intersect. Oops. Do not intersect. Again, let's look at just a different type of example. We have line PS and line QR, and those two lines intersect at point R, so capital R. Next one, line TV and line QU intersect at point U. And then line PS and line UV, those two lines do not intersect. Here's an example. We have line M and line N. They don't appear to intersect, but since they're lines and they continue on forever, these actually will eventually intersect at a point. So even though they didn't appear to, you have to remember that the lines are still going on, and so they will eventually intersect. The only time two lines will not intersect is when they are parallel. Next, we're going to look at the intersection of two planes, and when two planes intersect, their intersection is a line. For example, we have plane M and plane N, and they intersect at line D. So let's practice drawing this. Okay. In order to draw two planes that intersect at a line, we're going to start by drawing a big X. Okay. And to make it a little bit easier, we want these two parts to be a little bit longer and then this to be a little bit shorter. So the next thing we're going to do is draw a line up and down through the middle of that X. And then we're going to connect here and here. It kind of looks like a bow tie. We can make this a little longer if we need to. So we connect, and then we're going to connect here and here. And you can kind of visualize this now. Here's one plane, here's the other plane. And we're going to finish it off. We can't see what's behind here, so we're going to use little dots. We'll say that's the corner, and then we'll come in. Okay, go down a little bit, and then come in. And those are dotted because we cannot see them. So we'll label this plane A with a capital A, plane B, and these intersect at line CD. So we'll say this can be point C. We'll say this can be point D. And those 2 points can really be anywhere on this line. So for example, name the intersection of plane S, so the green plane, and plane R. They intersect at line K, and we're going to specify by writing line. Okay. It shouldn't really look like a capital letter. There we go. It's a lowercase script letter. B, name the intersection of line R and T, name the intersection of planes R and T. So here we have plane R, here we have plane T. They do not intersect. Plane R is above plane T. And last, the intersection of plane T and S. So here's the intersection of plane T and plane S. They intersect right here at line L. Just some more practice. Name the intersection of plane X and plane Y. They intersect at line P. Whoops, that's really messy. Name the intersection of plane Y and plane Z. They intersect at line Q. And name the intersection of plane Z and plane X. They do not intersect. Okay, we're going to skip to back here. Sketch a line that is in the plane. So I'm going to draw a plane. I'm going to name it plane A. And a line in plane A would look like this. We'll call it line L. B is a line that does not intersect in the plane. So I'm going to draw it above the plane. Here's line L above plane A. C is a line that intersects the plane at a point. So picture a pencil going up and down through a piece of paper. So here it's coming from up top, it hits the plane somewhere, and then at this point it intersects the plane, and then we can't see the rest because it's below, so we're going to draw a dotted line. And then once it comes out the bottom here, we can see it. D is 3 planes that do not intersect. So 3 planes that do not intersect, you can draw them like this. You can call this plane A, plane B, plane C. And then we can't see this part, so we're going to use dashed lines. And that is used to indicate that A is above B, which is above C. Okay, if you draw them like this, it could just be 3 pieces of paper next to each other. Picture that, and those planes will eventually intersect. But we want 3 planes that do not intersect, so one is on top of the other, on top of the other. Sketch the following and label the figure. Line M and ray QR intersect at point W. So here we'll draw line M, which extends on forever in both directions. We have ray QR. So Q is the end point, and it extends on forever towards R. We know that this ray and line intersect at point W. Okay. Sketch 2 planes that intersect in a line and label the figure. So we did an example of this already. So this is where we draw the X. We can kind of extend this to make it a little easier. And then we're going to draw the line going through the middle of the X. Connect, 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 connect. And then we'll draw dashed because we can't see this part. And we can label this plane C and plane D. And they intersect at line NK. So we can say this is N, and we can say this is point K.